got nothing to do with me.
No, I'm just saying, I don't know what, I never heard that on that one before. Like,
I don't know.
I don't even know which microphone to pick that up.
Well, that one headset is fine. It's rather low, but fine. And the other one is totally... You copied the...
Yeah, so these two are the same, these two are the same.
I don't know why I'm getting way too much low. But I don't know your view. Sorry.
So I'll try and...
I think that's your returns. That's what you do.
Yeah, this is the headset microphone and stuff. Testing, 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 testing. I think this one is definitely a faulty headset. I just can't tell. So you, yeah, that one is very loud. You can already hear me putting it on, and then it's very loud already, isn't it?
That should do.
Right, because this is the second headset, that should be that one. So that, oh no, that's this one. This one is this one.
Okay, so you have to reduce it.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
So that's what you hear.
Mm-hmm.
Those are what I hear. But
Testing, testing, testing. Testing the audio, testing the audio. Testing, testing, testing. That's it. All the way down now.
check that sounds fine.
Yeah. Okay, no worries.
That box is for you. What you do.
Yep. And then these two lines pretty much. Yep, the rest. Yeah, okay. That's the, yeah, that, yeah, pretty much. Because there's no mute button or anything, yeah. Yep. Okay. Yeah, no, that's right. It's always a struggle. Testing, 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 testing. Testing the audio, testing the audio. How does the audio sound? Testing, testing, testing. How does the audio sound? How does the audio sound? Testing, testing, testing. Testing this audio, testing, testing. Testing, testing, testing. Testing the audio.
Not on the gains, on the...
Pardon?
You make it a little bit louder.
The master or the other?
On the master, but gently.
Yep. Testing, testing, testing. Testing the audio sound. Testing the audio sound.
Go back. Try one of the other ones.
Testing, testing, testing. Testing the audio sound. Testing the audio sound. Testing, testing, testing.
Go with this.
Yep.
Let's try the other one.
Testing the audio sound. Just about here on this one.
Not on the master, on...
Yeah, I've done on the individual one, yeah. Now it's a little bit louder now. I think I can hear. Testing. Lower. More. Testing. Now you can hear it? Okay. Check. Sounds good on here, sounds good on here, sounds good on the other one.
Just move the microphone a bit further away from your mouth.
Moved further away. Perfect.
Bad. Can you reduce on that one the level a bit?
Yep, I'll reduce the level a little bit on this one, reducing the level. Perfect sound, perfect sound. Testing, testing. Testing, testing. Testing, testing, testing.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Steve Woodcock Sports Centre. On behalf of the Campbelltown Board and Committee, I would like to welcome Adelaide Croatia Raiders to this round 10 match this evening and to their members, supporters and coaching staff. We look forward to a very entertaining game. Just a reminder of everyone's code of conduct and behaviour towards the officials. Please respect that. Also tonight, the Committee and Campbelltown Apparel upstairs in the pub room, all our merchandise sales, some fantastic items on sale tonight. Very busy up here. If you'd like to come up and purchase anything, whether it's a jacket and a polo top, a cap, a beanie, it's all for sale up here tonight. The Macron brand, so please feel free to come up. They'll be here for at least half time. So thanks very much to Macron coming out tonight. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank our fantastic sponsors. Without their commitment to the club, we simply can't do what we do. So, sincerely thank our magnificent sponsors. Shortly we'll go through the team lineup. Like I said, enjoy the game. It's going to be a fantastic evening. Thank you.
We all play the same game. The battlefield may look different, but between those painted lines, the feeling each of us get alongside our tribe. Let the moment sink in, then let it rip. The runs out wide, last-ditch efforts and clean sheets. The tap-in or rocket to the top bins. The eruption of the 12th player that sends shivers down your spine. It's in the way we celebrate, because football is everyone's game. Play football.
For over 25 years, HPG Homes have been helping South Australians build and own their dream home. Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. We're committed to quality, affordability and creating a way of life for you and your family. Fixed price turnkey. It's gotta be HPG. HPG Homes.
Puts in the penalty and wins the grand final for Campbelltown City.
loss they've had since 2014 of these two fixtures. Otherwise, it's been all Campbelltown since then. Only wins aside from that.
It's a very hard slot, especially playing at this pitch and being someone that's coming from the away team. You're always
We're just about to get underway there. Anthony Costa on top of the ball. He's back in tonight, looking to get back amongst the goals as well. This Croatia team has shuffled most of their goal scorers this season, and there's the other one, Blazeka, who had a fine game last week with 2 goals. We're underway here at Steve Woodcock Sports Centre. It's Adelaide Croatia Raiders who've got it at the back. So as we see the two formations of both teams progress up the field, it'll be interesting to see how both pan out as well, with what I've seen last week as well. The last couple of wins that you guys have had, maybe a bit of a change up in that formation, Josh. Can you tell me anything about that?
Yeah, I think this formation is suiting us a lot more going forward, and defensively as well. I think that's one of our key things we really want to start working on in the last few weeks. Is being, I guess, on the front foot, and then allowing us to go forward. It seems to be working the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, especially with the outs Campbelltown have as well, playing a more narrow midfield formation with 2 strikers up top there, and Appia and Baresi are both players who can either one hold it up or one sprint in behind. So it's good to see, and then you've got a lot of those typical midfielders in the middle of the park, and then you've got the man who can do it all, James Boffer, in there as well, Josh.
Yeah, he's been very good for us. He's been really strong. For the last game. Just a slow bit that we need to do.
Zafaridis on that far side. He was the other one that was involved in that Croatia Raiders team who was the last ones to beat Campbelltown. Here he is on the overlap. As Alex Shields out for a corner, but he was part of that team where you were in that Raiders team in 2019, where they won 1-0 here as well. Been a great servant to the club. Zafaridis has, and I think he might have the armband and might be back with Costa tonight since he's come back in, but he's been ever reliable at left fullback for them there as well.
Yeah, and he had a couple of years off as well. And it looks, after 2 years off, I think he had, and he's come back into playing straight away, and it just looks like he hasn't really left, so good on Ollie.
Here's Appia looking for the flick on Baresi. He's got the touch instead. Now they can come away with it in the midfield. Ball's gone out on the near side now. Bruno now with the throw-in on the near side, finding Baresi's chest. Now they can play out. Massive looking inside. There's the touch from Appia. He can't get it under, and Blazeka comes clear. This is a bit better on the left side now. Liam Bruno room to cross. Looks for the cutback. Nobody there to attack it, and the care that can clear. Here's Costa now, bowling out with 3 Campbelltown players. Thompson now goes down the line. Still going, Thompson. Before we throw the back here, Reece Thompson looking for a cross. He cuts it back. Blazeka's there. Nyonkuru on the far side. Here's Donatien Nyonkuru. Cuts down to his left. Looks for the cross. Shouts for a penalty, but nothing given by the referee there. And now Blazeka can try and come away with this in the corner. Zafaridis, another penalty shout maybe. I think that's King Byrne on the ground though. Might have been even. Great to see that there's a bit of afters here with Baresi. That's a dangerous challenge there. Facial altercation between Baresi and Corbo. Let's see how the ref decides this, but 3 minutes in, there's a bit of drama here, Josh. A yellow card booking for both players, actually, in fact. I think Baresi is happy that he's just walked away with the caution there, as that was a Dangerous hand to the face, maybe. And we'll restart now with the free kick. Maricic now going long. Finds Berezi's head, looking for the volley. There is Piscineri. Another altercation on the edge of the box. A lot to deal with for the referee in his opening few minutes, but fortunately, nothing doing. Maricic now coming out from the back with the ball, looking for an option. Apia and Kodan. Looks like Toriani got the touch instead, and Corbo now looking long, but finds the feet of Reece Thompson again. He looks to drive out his defenders. He's got Buffett to deal with. His Buffett brought him down. And it's going to be another early booking here, Josh, and it's a lot of cautions early on here. You can see that both teams are definitely desperate for points.
It's really early to give me a yellow card. I'm not being biased, but I'd say the same to Raiders as well. We're actually giving out a card at the 6th minute. It kind of sets the tone for the game, I guess. And does that mean both teams are now cautious in terms of their changes and the way they're going for the ball? Just going to tell, but pretty early to throw cards out. What do you say?
Yeah, I think it's a bit early. I mean, we're basically about 5 minutes into the game here, and it just creates a lot of tension on that back line as well, especially getting cards this early. You don't know how long you can keep those players on the pitch. There's Blazeka with the ball, finds Toriani, who couldn't get the strike away. Now we'll have to see how it goes in these remaining minutes. This first half, who goes in just as hard or just who doesn't. To the far left now with Zafaridis for an option. Settle on the ball now for Croatia Raiders, coming out from the back with Reece Thompson. Although driving forward as well, continuing his run. Now it's getting blocked up in the midfield and finally cleared by Campbelltown. Now Graves can get a first few touches on the ball first. And he pulls Thompson to the ground. It's another foul in a similar area, Josh. They're mounting up now.
They are. It's a lot of pressure, I think, for both teams as well. Points are vital, so...
See what Blazeka can do from this set piece instead. He looks to deliver from a similar angle. It created a bit of chaos in the first opportunity with Toriani getting a second strike on that, but he didn't have enough power. See what he can do this time. Here's Blazeka. Launches in again, a bit of damage. No handball shouts, and now it's a 2v1 here for Adam Piscineri on the right. Into the box and finally cleared by Ian Bruno. Goes over the head. Followed by King Brown, who does the same. A lot of early pressure on this game. I did notice this from the last two games that both the teams played, but they scored some early goals and conceded some early goals as well from both of them. Throwing here for Corbo on the near side, and these are probably the only opportunities, Josh, where they could probably calm down a bit and catch your breath because it seems like it's all action at the moment.
The ball's been in the air, I reckon, for the first 7 to 8 minutes of this game, and only 9 minutes in. Not a lot of controlled possession, it's been a lot of back and forth, but I think as the game goes on, obviously I think we can dictate some tempo in the game, and either team can get a hold of it. So.
Campbelltown now coming through the midfield, trying to spread play. Here's Graves on to Liam Bruno. He's pretty nice and high attacking on that side, as is Corbo. Corbo deals with him, and now Liam Bruno come away with fine Graves. So it's definitely a case of both these formations. When I was looking it up, I think Campbelltown from memory are playing a diamond midfield while Adelaide Croatia Raiders play that usual 4-2-2 with 2 defensive midfielders, 2 10s and 2 strikers. So there's a lot of movement from both teams, and that's probably creating a bit of chaos in that midfield where there's about 4 players from each team trying to occupy those areas, Josh.
Yeah, it's been very congested in the middle of the park, so for both teams I think it's ideal that you try to spread it as wide as possible and build the areas that you can make things happen. So that's what we'll try to see a lot of tonight.
And it just goes to show that midfield for Campbelltown, the changes they have made in the midfield where they have brought in offering that defensive role, and they've brought in Graves out to that wide midfield in the diamond. Just creates a lot of run there that you need in that midfield instead of having maybe 2 players there and the 10 trying to run forward on his own. So they've got the numbers there defensively as well. Probably a better defensive formation as well, Josh, to try and curb some of those goals that they've been conceding over the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, definitely.
So in terms of the last 5 results in the league for both teams in general, Campbelltown are probably the better of the 2 with 3 wins in their last 4 games. One of them, of course, in the Cup against Gun United. But Adelaide Croatia Raiders have only won 2 games this year. In round 2, that was, of course, the derby against Vigo, the one you probably want to win in any case away from home during the season. The only other one they won was in round 5 against Playford, where they won 1-0. So they've yet to pick up the points that they desired, and talked to Vlada Brzeka earlier in the game today as well. He said we need to pick up some points. I don't think they've had even a draw this season, Croatia, so any points is good points for them at this stage, and the same could be said about Modbury Jets, who plays tonight as well.
I think they've had 1 draw and those 7 points.
Up to the last game last week against Perry Hill, it's glad to be why, but they led in that game on 2 occasions, and to not come away with any points there, or not come away with more than 1 point there, sorry. As we see Malisi break on that far right, with a lot of space to cut it back. He's still looking for the cross. Goes left-footed, but it is cleared, and Mullen can try and get a toe in there ahead of Blazeka and keep us alive for Campbelltown. Appia with a good touch away from danger. Was he foul? I think he was in the edge of the box. Some good feet there for him there, Josh. Top of the box, touch away from the defender, and defend a bit back.
Yeah, it was good movement there, good ball for now. Playing to Cabsy's feet there, and he's taken a good touch and moved the ball sharply, so he's won a foul. I wanted to see who is going to take the free kick. That Mark isn't here, or myself.
Yeah, or yourself. I was going to say, I've seen some strikes on that angle myself, and it looks like Appia's going for the Ronaldo stance, so he might be trying to pull out a Josh Murray 2024 against Cumberland, is he?
He may be. Or he may be looking at market training the way he's standing behind the ball. He has been hitting it very well. I know he'd be watching in the car tonight. Unfortunately, unwell and with a hamstring, so you're probably thinking the same. Who's going to be taking this?
It looks like the man with the armband has got his name all over this at the moment. Even though Appia is pacing it out, maybe he's trying to intimidate that wall to not go for a jump if he's going to hit it that hard. It is Mullen. He goes for the strike. All the way safe from Mushy, though. Corey Mushy, the young keeper, is in for his 2nd game of the season this week. Produces a fantastic save, low to his right to pull out from Alex Mullen. But that's another course, it's a fairy tale in this game as well. 4 different keepers in 4 weeks for Adelaide Croatia Raiders, so Corey Mushy has kept his place from last week, and he looks like he's going to be the number one as things stand while Barbaro's out injured and Wishart plays in the reserves. But you can see why after a save like that.
Yeah, very good. How old is the keeper there?
Pretty sure he's under 20. You see this ball come in, goes far post. Mullins there, looking for a second one, but Corey does claim it again. I do remember playing with Corey Mushy. He was at Olympic before this, where his dad was the coach for the Olympic reserves and under 18s. But I knew he was eligible to play under 18s last year, so I'm assuming that he's still under 20. So he's a good young goalkeeper to look out for. And if he's got a prolonged stay in the number one spot here at Croatia Raiders, it'd be definitely something to look forward to. As
I think that's something both teams have. I think we've got two very, very good young goalkeepers that are occupying the spot and fighting it out between Luka Magetta and Matt Sinafani. Also his birthday today. And that's what Raiders do as well.
Nyankuru looking for the cross in. Liam Bruno just about clears it, but Piscineri's clearance is a bit wayward and almost there. Callum Campbell is going to be offside if he did make a touch there, but if we got any strike on goal there, that was very close to the keeper to make him force a save. As you were saying, there is some youth in both teams coming through, and there is obviously that old guard for both of them as well. You've got your Costas, your Zafaridis, and you've also got some of the young ones. Mullen now looking to try and deliver here for Baresi. He gets it back at his feet. Yeah, Bruno has some more chances to go 1v1 on this left side now. Baresi trying to release Appiah, but it was deflected just enough for Croatia to come away with it. Now Costa finds Nyankuru. Was he tripped there? He was. I thought he might have slipped on the turf there, but the referee's seen differently, and Croatia are going to be able to stop this with a free kick. There is a goal there in the north between Modbury Jets and Playford. It's a goal to Playford City as well, so the worries continue for Modbury Jets against their northern rivals. It's not going to get any better at this stage. Baresi uses his chest well to spin the defender, and Kingburn looks for the cutback for Appiah, but Ikeda was there to get a touch in. Bruno now throw in again, finding the feet of Baresi. He's got the ball quite a lot in this first half, and typical for a player who's that technical to try and get at his feet as much as he can. Again, Nyankuru slips, finding Malisi. Graves now picks up, finding Baresi again. He looks inside. Campbell's there defensively though. Again, most of this game being played in the air at the moment, and neither team can get on the ground, but you have seen a couple of sparks of brilliance, especially from Baresi, Josh.
Yeah, he's an exceptional player. He can hold the ball up very well, and he can turn from one of his sides, and he's got some speed on him, and he can shoot. So that's what you want in a striker, but definitely that partnership with him and Cabsy up top, I think that's something to look forward to as well in the coming weeks. They're different players, but together they can do something, do some damage.
Here's Cabsy looking for space to shoot, but he's all blocked up there in the midfield. They'll pump here on the far right. Interestingly enough as well, Josh, there was, come to my knowledge today as well, 2 years ago to the day where Josh Baresi broke his leg against Adelaide City, I think it was, from a tackle on that end as well, so it's great to see him doing good things again this year. One back there by Graves, he'll get it back at his feet looking for the 1v1. Can't find Baresi's feet, and now Toriani will come clear. Lazeka finally getting on the ball now for Croatia Raiders. He had a starring performance last week, scoring 2 goals. This week he hasn't had success on the ball just yet, but Croatia Raiders at this stage of the game, they've just got to stay in it, don't they, Josh?
Yeah, I think so. I think we're starting to find our feet a little bit now, and we're definitely going forward a lot more as this half's progressed, and we're looking a little bit more dangerous as we're going forward. So hopefully that transfers into a goal.
Looking for the strike, comes out to Alex Mullen instead, who does have the strike, just over the bar though. So a good early sighting there for Alex Mullen. 20 minutes into this game, that's probably the second most dangerous shot of this at the moment. First one was saved by Bushy, that one sailing over the bar. Slow for Costa. He's going to find Costa after that sliding challenge, but can't wriggle his way through. Campbelltown was just about clear to Data. Referee just now switched to Corbo, a long-time member in this league. Only recently, the last couple of years, come to Croatia Raiders. He spent a long time at Adelaide City. Josh, playing in there?
Yeah, we had a very good partnership when we were younger together. I did have the honour of playing with him for a couple of years whilst I was at Adelaide City. That's actually where I started. And he was a very good mentor for me, obviously my dad as well. But as a striker of close age, he was extremely good to play under. He just knew how to score goals and still does obviously. But he was one to definitely learn on.
See the rain just recommencing again, making this pitch just a little bit harder to play on. Half time might be some changes of footwear for a couple of them, specifically probably Neil Poo, who's looked a couple of times already. Yet to see, but hopefully that fastens the pace up for this as the horse gets a bit more on the deck. They have to play a bit quicker footy. Here's Perez, he's crowded out by Campbell. Now Costa tries to turn, he does well under the pressure. He's already running forward for Croatia. He's forced to go backwards. Now Corbo puts it forward and Tom said he sprung the offside trap, in fact. Campbelltown too clear.
There's just so much space now in the middle of the park, and I think we're just going to be a lot quicker going forward because they're starting to commit a lot of players, and they seem to not be tracking back.
First goal, Campbelltown, the captain number 8, Alex Mullen.
Testing the audio, testing the audio, testing the audio.
Frank went breakfast with us. Okay, no worries. Frank was asking me what time, you know what time they need to be there tomorrow, where they're going to be? Where? I'll take turns if we can turns till the time. In my car. Yes, he did, yes. I'm holding him.
Testing. How does that sound, Josh? Can I come back in your ears?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Alright, well, it looks like we might be back here. We might have missed the goal there, but otherwise the commentary is back now, and hopefully that sounds a lot better in your ears and back home as well.
We're getting plenty of information, especially from Brad at home, sending a lot of messages to us saying that we couldn't hear, so we're glad we got on top of that.
It definitely sounds better in my ears. Before I couldn't hear anything, but now I can hear you and I can hear the game. So we're back here. Obviously, it's 1-0 to the home team. Mullen there with the goal early on.
I thought it was better because it sounded a lot better in my headset.
We're not back. Did you get it back?
Ball's in the air now. Is won by Croatia Raiders.
He was on. Yeah. Back alive with a goal kick for Corey Mushi. Save. What a great save that was. We'll just keep talking until hopefully that audio fit sounds better, but there's no one left in this half and Campbelltown are trying to end it off in a good note. Whereas he's still on the ball looking for a pass and it might come all the way out to Alex Mullen who puts a first time delivery in. Far post Thompson's there who can clear to Blazeka and maybe they can mount final charge in the second half. They haven't had too much of the ball, Croatia Raiders, but if they can make it count. Oh, it's broken up there at the back by Alec. Now Baresi will come away with it. That's Alec looking long. It's a great ball to Boffa. Brings it down expertly as well and sets off Liam Bruno. Down the far left here, Liam Bruno. Not long left in this half maybe, so he decides to go inboard instead. Boffa can't find anyone out the right and they're going to have to come back this way. Now with Graves, who's got some space to provide something of good quality. Liam Bruno. They're just keeping the ball at the moment. Campbelltown. Mullen with a good flick to Appiah. And Bruno back to Marisic and they look long this time to Appiah who might get there ahead of Mushy if it wasn't probably for the wet weather. It skids a little bit off and into the hands of the thankful Mushy. Another Kalei on the left with Zafaridis. And that ball was just a bit too much to deal with for Nyankuru.
It still sounds good. Maybe a last little chance there for Croatia Raiders. Haven't had much quality up front at this stage of the game, but Apia slips on nothing, says the referee, and Toriani can come through. He's under a bit of pressure, and so is Corbo, and forces the throw. Goes Apia. Does spin the defenders. He's got Corbo now to deal with. He's slipping at the moment, and so is Corbo, but he's just going to clear, I think, down this right side. They're going to try and play out of this Croatia, and it's in danger there as he finds out. Is that a penalty? The referee, he has given it, Josh. It is a penalty.
It is a penalty. That is, again, not a biased opinion, but he has got the touch there. Just back to Corbo. He is probably one of the hardest 1v1 defenders in the league. Here's another good opportunity for us.
It looks like it might be Alex Mullen who wants to take it as well. He's already got one this half. He's looking for a second. But the conditions come into play there. Croatia was trying to play out from danger there, Josh. Not sure if that was the right opportunity too. And they look like they've paid for it at the moment. With Costa trying to demonstrate with the referee. I don't think he's going to get any luck there. But Alex Mullen looking to double the lead here. And I thought we did say he was going to be one of our players in a wet weather who will contest that man of the match, Josh, and he might put a second before half time for that.
Definitely. And another thing, we all do it as players. I'll do it. We've had opportunities in the season so far where we've got penalties against us, and we all got to contest it, see if he's going to change their mind. But I think we will forget that there is no VAR here, so the decision will not get changed.
So it's Mullen who stands over the top of this penalty kick. Looking to put Campbelltown into a 2-goal lead. It's Mullen, and he goes to the left side, and he puts it into a 2-goal lead. And it's 5 minutes from the break. We're 2-0 up, Josh. What a way for Alex Mullen to set his mark on this game.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, we spoke about it before the game, and we both said that these are the games that he thrives on. He thrives on every game, but especially tough conditions and a big occasion tonight where we need those points. We need to continue the momentum with players out as well, and he's the man that's going to step up and do that job.
2-0 up to Campbelltown City go. And up the table they're going as well. They've had a couple of good results in the last few weeks, and the way this one looks, they're set for another one. For Adelaide, Croatia, their search for points has just taken another blow. 2-0 down at half-time. It's not a good look for them, but they're not going to give up, that's for sure. The Croatian spirit is still alive and well here with Campbell. Drives inside, but he's getting double-teamed here by Limburger and Boffa. Comes away well, though. Finding Costa. Costa looked for the touch, but Thompson was on the same wavelength, and now Centofanti can clear. Here's Graves, Mullen, and they'll relieve the pressure at this stage with their players behind the ball. Apia dealing again with Toriani. Still going, Apia. Was he pulled there? He's still going, and he's looked like he's going to give it the other way to the referee, Josh. Are you surprised about that?
I am surprised, to be honest. I think his arm was just pulled backwards. The consistency, I'm not criticising here, but I think that's the one thing that it's been lacking. It's just the consistency and the flow of the game where we're stopping a lot of fouls for nothing, and we're giving cards for nothing as well. There's probably one where it's just a 50-50, both of us going for the ball.
And there's going to be another booking as this half draws to a close, and it's for another defender of Campbelltown. This time it's Marisic with a late challenge there on Costa. He put his body in the danger zone, Costa, and unfortunately Marisic, he didn't read that situation to his best of his abilities, and he's gone into the book. I think it's about 4 or 5 plays over the course of both teams who've picked up one now. Zeka now comes away with it, looking for Callum Campbell. He puts a ball into the box, looking for Reece Thompson there, who was touched off the ball, but fairly, says the referee.
If I could, I would be. They don't need you to go into it. I know. Better without me.
Out in the middle of the park is Alex Mullen. And now Campbelltown taking their time over this set piece. Taking a bit of valuable seconds out of this game now. Entering the final stage. I think that clock says 43 now. It's a good lead to go into half-time, Josh. They haven't had this too many times this season. Most of their wins in the last couple of games, specifically Campbelltown, have been by only one goal, so a 2-0 lead to half-time is probably the best place they've seen themselves at the moment this season, Josh.
Yeah, I think that's the one thing that we talk about a lot during the week, and especially before games, is really getting that goal early and getting a couple if we can. It just sets the tempo for the game, really. Especially if you're going out on the front foot and you're going up at half-time, and we've been on the opposite end where we've been down at half-time and against United we've come back and we've won that game. But it really sets the tone, I think.
Zafridis doing well, and he's going to win a corner out of all that danger as well, with his cross being deflected off of Piscineri. It's going to be a final corner. It's going to be Newcombe who's going to take it. He looks far post. Toriani was there, but he couldn't make contact with his jump, and it's just going to end up with a goal kick for Campbelltown City. Sight for the Campbelltown team to see. That ball in the defensive half. They can touch it until their 2-goal lead now. They can keep this ball in that defensive half, especially with only minutes left of this first half to play. Newcombe gets a touch inside. Shuffles quickly well to Mullen, but can't find a ball inboard. Ikeda now looking get a move started for Croatia. Here's King Byrne. He's been quite deep this half, but he picks out passes like that. It's a near post ball to Costa, and he gets one back here. Almost the end of this first half, and Anthony Costa's got a lifeline for Croatia Raiders. A great ball from King Byrne was matched with an excellent one from Zafridis as well, Josh.
It was a very good ball. It was a super ball by Jai. Out to Ollie, and a good ball, and that's what Costa does, and that's what he's always done. And that's one thing that he was always taught from Adelaide City, from a coach there, to always get through to the front post, and it's paid off tonight.
And I doubt to tell you that there's going to be too long left in this first half. That's probably come at about the first or second minute of added time. Graves maybe with a foul on the edge of the box. Appiah's going to keep it alive. Can Campbelltown get another one? It's going to be a foul on the edge of the box. I think I was sure it was. But it's not, says the referee, and I think he's going to give that one the softer of the two. And Croatia are going to try and play out from this. Thompson finds the free man in Colin Campbell. Can they come all the way back in this first half? Colin Campbell's still going into loose touch though. Alec and Marisic. Marisic's got to be careful, he's on that booking. And is there going to be a corner just at the end here? There's not. It's going to be a throw-in right on the corner flag. And I'm sure it's going to be a long one.
I just just love to see the vision back there. What we're seeing for both of those fouls there. You know, both weren't really a foul.
Looking for an option call, but he's going to go long into the box. Was Blazeka fouled there? We're talking about fouls, Josh, and I think they might have got away with one there.
Oh, man.
The assistant referee is on this near side. He saw all of that as well, because the throw-in was coming from this side, and Blazeka, the coach, is furious on the touchline here. It looked like Noah Blazeka, the player, was trying to make a run in the box, and he was tripped up. But the referee said nothing doing, as he has for most of the night for both teams. Another one just sails wide, and I think finally this referee draws a close to this half. What an eventful half it started out to be and it ended out to be as well. I think there's going to be a few coming up to him. Vlado Blazeka straight up from his seat to talk to him, but I'm sure both coaches would have something to say.
Yeah, I think so. Again, can't change the decision, but I guess it's a point that they're going to try to make going forward. But it's been a good half. Good half from our boys as well, and we'll see what happens in the second.
Yep, it's definitely been a better half on the pitch than it's been up here, so we'll join you for the second half, and hopefully it all runs as smoothly as we like.
For over 25 years, HPG Homes have been helping South Australians build and own their dream home. Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. We're committed to quality, affordability and creating a way of life for you and your family. Fixed price, turnkey. It's gotta be HPG. HPG Homes.
Hi, Stephen Curry here. Way too many Australians are seriously injured or die on our roads, and everyone has a right to get home safe every day, no exceptions. Let's champion road safety for all our sakes. Remove distractions, keep your phone out of sight, don't speed, drive tired or under the influence, and talk with friends and family about staying safe on the road. For more info, visit the website, take the pledge and wear a yellow ribbon on yourself or your car to show your support. Let's all stay safe out there.
We all play the same game. The battlefield may look different, but between those painted lines, the feeling each of us get alongside our tribe. Let the moment sink in, then let it rip. The runs out wide, last-ditch efforts and clean sheets. The tap-in or rocket to the top bins. The eruption of the 12th player that sends shivers down your spine. It's in the way we celebrate, because football is everyone's game. Play football.
And he's done so, and he's made it 2-0. Contender for goal of the week. He knows Magetto off his line, and he's chipped him from about 25 yards out and has taken a 2-0 lead.
Hi, Stephen Curry here. Way too many Australians are seriously injured or die on our roads, and everyone has a right to get home safe every day, no exceptions. Let's champion road safety for all our sakes. Remove distractions, keep your phone out of sight, don't speed, drive tired or under the influence, and talk with friends and family about staying safe on the road. For more info, visit the website, take the pledge and wear a yellow ribbon on yourself or your car to show your support. Let's all stay safe out there.
What I'm excited about, like the most, how we can come together, learn about everybody, because we're not the same, but we're somehow the same.
The community came to government to express their concerns about young people. It is our role to listen and it's our role to act.
There's so many kids wanting to play the game from all walks of life.
African Youth Program was established to help Africans with sport, cultural identity, mentorship.
Having a program that's going to target the African children, given it's their sport of choice, presents a huge opportunity to link participation in football with education, which is a perfect thing.
I think the African Youth Program will be a very inclusive program with different teams, different schools coming to play with us.
It's like a very big opportunity to expand skills, knowledge, and in different areas of life.
Most of the kids will grow from this program to be able to become valuable, positive contributors in our society.
Like a voice to be spoken with and not being scared to show your skills.
This empowerment program has many different aspects to it, and of course sport is one of those, but it's actually really about finding your place in the world.
I think everybody's pushing in the one direction to make sure that we can make a real difference.
It's not just a game, it's a very passionate sport that millions of people around the world love to play. That's what football is.
Ryan with a free kick. Comes off Cameron Woodfins. Oh, what a save. What a save by Cody Ostreich.
Lining up. He's sent into the area. And it's great save there from Woodlands. And we'll give another corner in the end, but
have all 3 points tonight. Although, still possible opportunities. Joe King-Burn with the header. And Vaughan, I think, had to make that save.
Hit it and does. And it forces a great save from Magetto there and pushes it wide for a corner.
Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. Fixed price turnkey. It's gotta be HPG.
has a little bit of space, takes it down nicely and plays a nice sweet ball to Millie Scott. Scott on the run now has a shot, and she's beaten her opponent to the far post and opened the scoring for Metro United. Fine goal by Millie Scott, and it's 1-0 on the One World LED Sportal scoreboard. Rushes aside, great, comes out to Hadaj. She finds Mansueto at the far side, she's onside. Nice touch by Mansueto to pass her opponent, she struck that beautifully, and Metro United have got themselves back ahead after some fine work on the far side of Victoria Mansueto. It's 2-1.
Back to Noto again, just putting a ball into the centre. Could this make it? Number 5! Good save from Lucas.
That ball clipped over from Rojas. The flag has stayed down. Rojas to restore Flinders' lead. Saved. The edge of the penalty area, you would imagine. And the ball might break here. Box! Oh, great save, Jenna. It might still fall for Box.
On the back of the announcement of the celebration of football, NPLSA will be investing $50,000 into a coach education fund. $35,000 will be invested into community coach education, which will see 19 courses at club venues and over 500 community coaches. Working closely with clubs to develop and upskill coaches will strengthen the grassroots community, which will obviously benefit the football community as a whole.
Can only be beneficial because most of the clubs, most of the coaches start off just as parents coaching their kids' teams, and they're learning on the job as much as the kids. So this would be perfect because not only would kids be getting coached, the coaches will be getting coached.
As a club, we struggle to attract good coaches, and having this sort of funding coming our way will actually allow us to sort of offer more boys and girls out there to actually coach at the club. Everything comes at a cost these days, and this award presented to our club here again will allow our average parents, supporters, players to the opportunity to come out and actually to take on coaching and to be part of it. They've got a passion about this sport and a passion about this club. They'll be able to come here now, get trained up, and actually take on a team and just move forward with us here.
The remaining $15,000 will be invested into a joint initiative with NPLSA, Adelaide United and PSV, where selected coaches and technical directors from South Australia will be given the professional development opportunity to go to PSV in October 2025.
Once you get the bug for the coaching, you love it, and you love seeing the kids improve, especially the connection to your club. You want to see the kids come through at your club, and it's just a win-win for everyone.
We all play the same game. The battlefield may look different, but between those painted lines, the feeling each of us get alongside our tribe. Let the moment sink in, then let it rip. The runs out wide, last-ditch efforts and clean sheets. The tap-in or rocket to the top bins. The eruption of the 12th player that sends shivers down your spine. It's in the way we celebrate, because football is everyone's game.
half. Of course, it ended off with some dramatic stances. Croatia getting a goal near at the end there. But back on the attack early on here for Campbelltown City. And Appiah is the one lead behind at the moment. He's after a goal. Looks like he changed his boots at half-time as well, Josh. Something you tend to do sometimes as well.
Yeah, definitely. If they're not working for you in the first half, I think it's just common knowledge that you've got to change it for the second. So hopefully they bring a bit of luck, and if they do, you keep them for the next week.
Of course. Here's Graves, who's looking to get his mark back in this game. He's come off the bench the last couple of weeks. He's got the start tonight, and he's looking to make the most of that, especially with the outs at the moment. That's a great ball from Piscineri to Malisi. Looks for the cutback, but he didn't have enough on that one, and Zafaridis can clear, but again, it's not to a blue shirt, it's to a red one. And Alec with a lovely little deft pass to Buffer, spins out of danger. Blazeka got to the ball, Costas there. They're going to come away with it, Raiders, but Blazeka, he plays the ball up. It's in between, and no one was in a blue shirt. Now Centofanti will come clear. Of course, in that other game out there in the north between Modbury Jets and Playford, it's 1-1 there, one apiece, and apparently some interesting refereeing as well over there, Josh, with a penalty call to Playford. That
that's something interesting.
flicks it in behind. He's got the space ahead to look for an option. It's still Graves, still going Graves, but the second touch is just a bit heavy from the youngster, and he couldn't create enough room for a shot. Here's Marisic dealing out with Reece Thompson, and he is going to get the foul this time, the referee. Of course, he joined us in the first half, and at least what you saw, maybe not what you heard, but there were some interesting calls there from the referee on both sides, so at least it's even for both. But here's Blazeka, finds the spare man in Thompson, drives inside. Reece Thompson looks for the strike. Might have got a touch there from Centofanti as it goes out for the corner, but it's a good start for Croatia Raiders in the second half, Josh. So they've come out the blocks firing.
The way they started the first half, so I think we have to match that, and then I can't really try first.
It's going to be Peru who takes this corner for Croatia now. And we'll see what delivery he can put into the box. Near post, Mullins there. Happy is there in boot to clear even further. Costa looking for a delivery. Come back now, the delivery comes in, but Nkuru will keep it alive with the left foot. It's a dangerous delivery, but I think Centofanti will have that ease with ease, and he does. Spin forward and attack Campbelltown. Centofanti getting a few seconds out of that clock for the goal kick. Giuliani with a touch that is just allowed to go to the keeper. Probably the smartness of the deck that's allowed to go to Mushy, but couldn't do too much about the two goals tonight so far, the youngster. Put right in the corner, and the penalty is, of course, difficult to guess which way the take is going to go, especially when you have Mullen who's got so in his locker. Here's Malisi, doesn't win out against Nyankuru. Nyankuru battling the challenges. I think he'll now find Zafaridis. Instead, it's Blazeka with the left foot. Over the top, though. But again, they're in the attacking half, Croatia Raiders, and they seem to be in there for the majority of this opening stanza. So with those two goals as well for Alex Mullen, it's boosted him up the top scorer charts, especially the club ones as well. That's 4 league goals for him now, 5 in all competitions. It's actually gone past you as well, Josh, tonight with those 2 goals, but he's had more games played, so he gets that caveat. Here's Nyonkuru now looking at drive forward. We'll find Reece Thompson, who's got nice and attacking there. We look for the back heel instead of taking it in his stride. Of course, for Croatia Raiders, they just haven't had the goals this season so far. Besides the Cup, where they've had some encouraging fixtures against some of the Limestone Coast teams, other than that, they haven't had too many goal scorers this season. Jai King Burns got 2 in the league. Anthony Costa tonight has got 3 now. And Nyankuru's got 2 and Radici with 1 as well. So they've shared the goals around a bit, but nobody's got a good amount so far. Campbelltown, though, you see those main 4 names in the goal scoring charts there. Marino, Mullen, Murray and Appia. So the 2 missing tonight, they've still attacked well, the Reds, and see if any of the more of those can get on the score sheet, but they've also brought in some players who can definitely score some goals. Baresi, of course, is one of those names, and of course with the attacking fullbacks with Malisia and Liam Bruno. Malisia, a former striker even, so playing him at right fullback, you know you're going to get the attacking output out of him too.
Yeah, he's been really good dropping into that role. I think it's quite natural being a winger. You go play right back. I remember I played a couple of games there just because you had to do the job when you're younger, and it's probably a very natural position because you know as a winger what the winger wants to do is either go inside or go down the line, and as a defender it's just easier running him down the line, especially he's a good dribbler. He knows what wingers are going to do, so he's slotted in there very nicely, and he's been a good addition there for us.
Graves strips the ball off Lazeka, and he takes a pass to referee as well. Played it out to his fullback, and now he's got time to deliver across left-footed far post. And it might stay in if Alex Mullen can keep it. He does. He's going to use his body to keep it alive on this corner. A lot of shirt tugging there, and he's going to win the throw-in as well. So a real captain's performance so far from Alex Mullen, and he's done that the last couple of games for Campbelltown City as well. I mean, last week he got that 90th minute winner, Origi style, and I think, is that offside? It looks like it might be, but if you watch that back, I think it might even look like a foul throw if you look at that one back. But it looks like the assistant referee has given a offside call instead.
That's another call. I think Missionaries in front of Malisi and he's dropped it back. I don't know what we've seen there, but yeah, it was probably more of a foul throw than offside as it was anyway.
Still alive now for Mateo. Kingburn now looking to switch. He's got 2 blue shirts on this side. Nyankuru can't win the header over Malisi, and now Malisi's going to go the other way, but the deck again a bit too slippery for that pass to find its intended target.
In playing conditions like this, I think it's just about the execution. The movement's good, but you've got to really take into account how that ball's going to move, especially on this deck. So
another free kick in the middle of the park, and I think that was on Costa again as well, and some of the players are becoming a bit frustrated with the referee at the moment, and the assistant on the sideline here is trying to calm down the coaching boxes as well. One goal game at the moment. Croatia Raiders trying to get themselves back in it with a set piece. Kingburn delivers far post. There's 3 red shirts there. Now going to come away with it. Alex Mullen just launches that one long into a channel for Appia to chase. Ikeda's there to deal with him, and he punts it the other way as well. Goal there in the north as well to Modbury Jets, so they've come from 1-0 down to lead 2-1 over there. Still trying to play their system as both teams. Anthony Costa doesn't win a foul that time. Boffa comes clear. Costa's going to go straight behind him, and now interesting touch there from Baresi. Again, referee says no, but I think he didn't have the ball under control there, so be excused that time, the referee. Here's Nyonkuru, batters out with 2, Appiah, and the referee again with a late call there. Not sure why he's given that one. The assistant on this near side still trying to calm down the home bench, and just seems like the flip of a coin if he gives it or he doesn't at this stage.
I think so. I think both teams, are going to be frustrated with a lot of these calls that have been given. You stop the game every moment, and some of these fouls are just not fouls for both teams. It's incredible. You just love to see what they're seeing on the field.
Kingburn has got to put a better delivery than last time. It's a dangerous area. Flicked on there by Costa, but he's got under that a bit too much to trouble the keeper. Now Appiah's down with a bit of cramp, I think, Josh.
That's all we need.
Another attacker going down. At least this one doesn't look like a pull of any kind of muscle. He's grabbing his quad there, though, it looks like.
Yeah, we've got a lot of boys out at the moment. We've got Brad, that's just had surgery today. I'm sure he's watching. I'd like to say hello to Brad. Very, good player for us, and he does the job for us all week in, week out. And it's unfortunate that his season's come to an end with a meniscus tear. It all happened in the week, last week, so a few of us have gone out. It must have been a good week at Campbelltown. But it's very unfortunate, and obviously at Mark as well. So we definitely don't need another injury in the next coming weeks. But we're very lucky. We have a good depth. We've got a lot of young good players in the reserves, and even on our bench tonight that can come on and really cause some trouble.
Lofted ball, and we'll yet to see how much that injury does hamper Appiah. He wants to come back on, so he's keen to play out the rest of his half of this game. And we'll see, as Mullen looked like he had the advantage there. Referee again has called it back. Just makes you wonder how quickly he's making these decisions, or if he's trying to delay it a bit much. That's over the top from Alec. No one's pressing the goalkeeper here, Centofanti, so at least he can take some time out of this and give his players a bit of time to recover. Centofanti now going along, looking for Appiah. Almost got to his feet there. Corbo back in the middle of the park, and again launched forward. This game just seems to be more in the air than on the deck at the moment. In a wet pitch like this, that's hard to imagine. Good turn there from Alisi, looking to launch someone forward. Thought he might be on Appiah. Now he's going to contest, and now the assistant referee, of course, raises his flag and stops the game.
Sometimes it's better that you just do that. It stops the game and everyone get into shape rather than everyone just running around trying to get into the position that they need to be in.
Runs into danger there, Zafaridis, and it's Mullen who he's found. Mullen looks to chip it behind. It's a great ball to Baresi. The touch might almost fall to Baresi again, but Zafaridis has done enough to try and clear it. Ken finds Mullen though. He's on fire at the moment. Mullen wants that hat-trick as well. Appiah, the flick to Piscineri. Still bobbling on the deck. He can't get it under his control, and now Blazeka can come away with it. Here's Noel Blazeka in the ball in the middle of the park. Tries to find the feet. Campbell, Thompson. Seen him more attacking this game. Here's Noel Blazeka with the strike bouncing. It's difficult, but it's a good save from the keeper there, Centofanti. Any which way to his side after that bounce is going to be difficult to claim, but they're getting forward, and it's interesting to see that it's Reece Thompson as well. Seen him play so defensive positionally since he's made his first team appearances at Croatia Raiders, but the way I knew him, he was an attacker, so he's getting back up there now, and Blazeka is following suit on the floor there. It looked like Baresi just held the ball and turned over there, but stayed down Baresi, which is not a good thing to say. And it looks like we're going to see first change, and it looks like it's going to be a youngster for Campbelltown here, Josh.
Yeah, Barney. very technical player. He's come into the squad this year, as well as young Jimmy Garach, another young player that's made a good mark in the team, and don't hit his form. He's still working hard and he's trying to get into the team, and so is Barney. They've been both fighting out in training each week, and they just seem to be getting better week in, week out. So we're really good to watch him tonight.
Really good to watch this man on the park as well. Alex Mullen seems to be running the show in that midfield at the moment. Big challenge though from Reece Thompson. And again, it's going to be just the yellow, and maybe there was the question. It could have been more, Josh.
The way the ref's going, he could have probably given him a red. You just don't know. You really don't know what he's thinking there. He may not even given that a foul. But he has. It didn't look very good, but I don't think it's much more than a yellow, really.
Well, we were talking about him at the moment, and we had one of the old fans here at Campbelltown at the start of the game asking who our man of the match is, but that man, Alex Mullen, he's on my lips at the moment.
Yeah, definitely, same as me. I think you can't take him out of your mouth, really. He's been excellent tonight. He's been everywhere. He's been on the ball. He's really orchestrating the game out there for us. And he's doing what he does best: work hard, get on the ball, and try to create some danger. And I think everyone's been working harder. You can't fault that. I think you can't really fault the intent from both teams, from all the players. Everyone's working extremely hard out there. It's just going to be hard conditions to get the ball under control and try to play the football that you want to play.
Yeah, I think it's got to be between him and Baresi at the moment, who've just dictated this game so far. It's difficult to play in conditions like this, and against a side who just seems to launch it long and high. It's of course tough to play your football as well. Campbelltown away, they like to play it on the deck and try and get their players involved, but if anyone was to try and fix that, it's been Mullen and Baresi. So we'll see how long both those can last on the pitch. I expect Alex will see out the full 90, but Baresi hasn't had too many of them under his belt in the past, so I assume he might depart at some stage. Looks like there's the all clear. Mullen. Definitely a sore one to take. But it's perhaps a bit of confidence as well to see that he's taking it past players and dribbling in the midfield, where probably in previous weeks when their form wasn't the best, that he would try and make the pass instead or try and make the option. Now he's got the confidence to take players on and create a lot of opportunities for Campbelltown. That's what you want to see from your captain.
100%.
Here's Marisic looking long to young Graves. He does win the flick on header, but doesn't put it in a too dangerous area for Mushy.
Some throw.
Right throw, and a great touch as well from Zafaridis. Finds Nyonkuru, cuts inside, slipping is Malisi, and takes advantage of that young winger there, Nyonkuru. They're going to switch it now, and they're looking for some options. Campbell drives inside, looks for a ball centrally, but he's got nothing there. Baresi now, the lone striker up front, takes it past, goes the second time against Nyonkuru. Isn't as lucky, but of course Mullen's there, and looks like he's still struggling with that, Josh, in the midfield. So we'll see how that pans out, but he's a very tough character, Alex Mullen. He's never really one to see the bench anytime soon, so see if he can run this off. Here's a big press on Thompson there to see if the legs have still got a sprint left in him.
Yeah, I think that was also to show that I think he's not going anywhere, and he remembers what he's done in that challenge, so yeah, Mullsy's going to be one to just soldier on and he'll play out the rest of the game.
Boffel with the clearance, nobody up top there for Campbelltown. Looks like it's a wild game there in the north. It was 2-1, just before to Modbury. Then it was 2-0 to Playford. Now Modbury gone 3-2 up there, so it's a real battle of the north there, looking for some points, and the team you probably wouldn't expect are leading at the moment, that's Modbury Jets. So it's not helpful for Croatia Raiders as well in the losing position as well tonight. With that, I'm pretty sure they would go to bottom of the table if that result stays the same, or even if Modbury Jets get a point themselves if they get a draw. So they've really got to try and turn this around, Croatia, and Playford. If they want some top six hopes, they've got to turn that around too.
Yeah, I think you don't really, you say you don't expect it from Modbury, but I think they're an excellent team. They really are. I think it's just results have been quite unlucky for them. The way they play, they are a very good team. They have some excellent players. They have some of the best players in the league in that team, from the foreline all the way to the back as well. So I think they'll get their form eventually, and they'll be another team to be very hard to break down.
Here's Graves now. Time to face up his defender in Corbo. Very good 1v1 play, young Nick Graves. Seems to be petering out this game at the moment. We need to see some movement on the benches. Haven't seen any yet for Croatia Raiders, but for Campbelltown I've seen a few players take their jackets off and get ready to come on, and I think it looks like there's a couple more now that are doing their last few stretches. Here's Malisi battling out with Nyankuru in a defensive position. And it looks like they're going to stop and make some changes. And it looks like it's going to be that youngster that we're talking about, Josh, Barnaby Wood. And he's going to come on. Doing some research with him in the off-season as well. I think he, a couple of years ago, was one of the youngest ever players in the Australia Cup when he played back home in his natural state.
Darwin?
I think it was Darwin, or maybe Northern Territory. Yeah, Northern Territory does the state. But yeah, I remember seeing him as well, and he was a young player who's done fantastically well in the reserves, under 18s here at Campbelltown. So he's getting his chance. He played a few times in pre-season, I saw as well.
Yeah, he is a good player. Just I think that what comes with age is that hunger and that intent as well, and he's going to grow into that. But technically, as a player, very good. Both feet, looks to go forward, which is quite hard to instill in a young kid as well. The ability to take players on and take the game on, which he always does. So hopefully tonight he can show a little bit what he's worth and make a bit of a name for himself at this team.
So he's coming on in place of Appiah, who looks like he's going to struggle more with that. I think it looks like it must be a quad injury for him. I didn't see him off the camera there if he did go down after the play, but it looks like it's going to be Wood who's going to lead the line for Campbelltown City up front. Is there any talk in the change rooms about why an attacker like him's got the number 3, Josh?
There was another player back in the day that used to always wear a low Guernsey, and he's my best mate as well, is Apostolos Stamatilopoulos. He used to, back in the youth team, where I think it was number 3 or number 5. He'll probably be saying what number he's wearing if he's watching it now, but he used to wear the lowest number as a striker, and he just said he used to love that. So I don't really understand the reason as to why, but maybe he's just been given it to him.
Maybe for him as well, the lower numbers are the bigger kids that have enough space for his last name, but you've seen a few. I mean, Tim Cahill's wearing number 4. He's another one that has a low number, but it's interesting to see from a youngster. They love to see what numbers they have from their idols, but don't know many idols have number 3 as an attacker. But in any case, he can make a name for himself with that number, hopefully. So see what he can do, the youngster. Good touch there from Zafaridis. Still trying to go into this channel where Nyankuru is, but it's 1v2 there in favour of the defensive team. So if Croatia Raiders are to play a bit better, and that's a great touch there from Wood. Turns again, looks for a pass, and Mullen again is taken out, and referee's going to play advantage, and especially from Mullen, I think it's on that same leg as well. Graves does well to win the header. Can't see where the second ball is, but Barnaby Wood's on it, making a nuisance of himself as he's just come on there.
And that's what you need to do, especially when you're young and you've just come on and you've got that energy. You just need to make yourself known that you're here to play. If you're going to provide that energy that players are going to be scared of. So
quite a few touches here from Piscineri in the middle of the park, spinning and trying to find someone. Here's Wood. Finds the pass instead. Graves goes with the left foot, but that's always rising. And it doesn't danger the keeper. I think it was deflected though, so it is going to go past for a corner. Some of the goals over there in the north as well. Isaac Mullen with another one, still top scorer in the NPL. Tim Henderson, Shkimitsi, and you get to see who the other two are, but it's a cracking game going on there in the north. Shkimitsi with 2, it looks like, and Tyson Harriman with the other one for Playford City. So interesting count there in the north. We're still alive here in the east. Here's Boffa looking for an option. Find Malisi instead. It looks like he might line one up.
Didn't mind that intent though. It's not something you normally see.
Mullen.
What's wrong with that? I don't understand that rule. That's one rule I don't understand. Is why are you allowed to do that?
Yeah, I'm as stumped as you are. I mean, if the goalkeeper's smart enough, he'll just move out the way and take longer time. They're less likely to give an infringement of the goalkeeper having the ball in his hands than one where he kicks into the back of a player. So it's an interesting one for sure, but we've seen a lot of interesting things tonight.
We have. I don't understand that. That's just like taking a free kick quickly. If you take a free kick quickly and you have enough time to move out in front of the ball, it's play on. There's another example where it should just be play on.
Here's Wood. That touch is a bit heavy, and Perez, he gets one a little bit after from Corbo. Referee's seen nothing of that, and I'm going to play on here, but it's good to see Baresi striding out longer minutes in his legs as well.
He's capable of it. He definitely is. So I think tonight we probably want to prove that point as well. And he's doing an excellent job. He's working really hard up there. He's creating a lot of panic for the defence. And when he's on the ball, he's held up the ball and he hasn't really rarely lost it.
Here's Thompson now. Still yet to see Raiders go to the bench. Both these teams are actually probably one of the lowest teams that use the bench quite so much. There were only 2 subs for Croatia last week, and for Campbelltown, there was 3 subs, but 2 of them were enforced, and then 1 of them was at half-time. So they don't really tend to use it too much, but the longer this game goes on, especially a wet, wintry game like this as well, players get a bit more tired, especially on the grass as well. Barnaby Wood does well under the pressure. Piscineri goes long to Baresi, gets one in the back. That's a clear one for the referee to see, and Baresi will hold up the play here now. So potential for 3 wins on the bounce here for Campbelltown, which is definitely a better start than they've had at the start of the season. They've found their form midway through. That ball fizzed into somebody up top, but both of them moved out of the way, unfortunately, for Campbelltown, and Croatia are going to run the other way now. Kingburn threads the needle to Zafaridis. Lisi again with another interception. He's been another one that's gone under the radar.
I think I'm close to saying he's up there as well for the player that has done exceptionally well tonight. Man of match contender, I think. Shut down the Imperial all night. I think it is being able to go forward.
Deflected shot to Graves! And he was onside as well. I think the assistant referee didn't put the flag up for that. But that deflected shot there from Baresi almost found his feet. Went for the volley and somehow missed the bottom corner there.
Comes at you very quick, I think.
It's a tough angle as well for a right footer as well, but he made a good attempt at that and made the keeper commit. So another good chance, but this game has probably not had too many clear-cut chances, especially in the second half of all for either team. But they're to use their bench, both of them. They've got some live wires on there to maybe spark something left. Look at that contingent of fans in the far side. I only just noticed that now. I think there must be the Croatian ones, but it's a good, lovely little away fan section there as well.
It's nice when you get the away fans out to games. I think that's what more teams need to do and more clubs need to try to get, is the away fans out to games, and vice versa, especially for home. It just creates a better atmosphere, and that's what we want to play for. That's why we play. We play to play in front of people and entertain. So any ways the clubs can do that to get more people out would be great, but it also comes down to the individual.
Comes down as well to how you advertise the club as well, and Campbelltown done a great job of that this season. The president at the start of the game mentioning about you see another shot there. It was knuckling down as well there from Campbell, but as I was saying, the new Macron teamwear as well that is arrived here at Campbelltown City. They've made sure to put some of that up for sale as well. It looks like we're going to see 2 more substitutions here for Campbelltown for the remaining 15 or so minutes. Inject a bit of life back into this game, and we'll see where they both play, but I would assume both of them are quite attacking positions, so they're not happy with just a 1-goal lead. Campbelltown, they're looking for more.
Yeah, when you put both of these players on that I think will be coming on, Anthony and James, there's going to be a lot of players that want to go forward and show themselves. So
here's Perez, whose touch is a bit heavy, and I suspect maybe, but Ikeda just gifts it back to him. I'd expect maybe he's one of the ones to come off. He's got a bit slower in this last couple of minutes. Thompson slipping, but regains his feet to find Blazeka. Looking for the splitting ball. Is that a handball? They're going to give it, and I would assume if he's given the handball for intentional, it's going to be a booking. It is for Alec. I'd love to see this match team sheet after this to see how many bookings there are. It could be into double digits by now, the amount I've seen. It's interesting. He did lead with maybe the shoulder, but I'm not sure if it maybe...
But he kind of just glanced off the shoulder. Didn't think that's a handball. I think it's the shoulder, but obviously...
Another goal there in the north. Modbury Jets are fourth. 4-2 up there. That's a cracking game there. But we've got the last 10-15 here to see if anything different can happen. If Croatia can get an equaliser, it might be all hell breaking loose here, and one of them trying to get a winner. It's going to be King Byrne who takes this before these substitutions come on as well.
Does he go for goal here?
I reckon he's going to try and swing it in. He does put it in a dangerous area, bouncing in front of the keeper, but easy pickings there for Centofanti. Another long ball, finds Corbo. Wood tries to press him, but he's come away with it. Still yet to see these two substitutions. Probably waiting for the ball to go out or a less dangerous situation to occur for them to make him. Nyankuru looks for Blazeka, takes it under his stride, and now Campbell can come away. He tries to flick it into a dangerous area, but Piscineri's there now. Baresi. Got 4 to deal with. Campbell there strips him of it, finds Nyankuru, but again, Malisi's in the way. Hopefully he stays on for these remaining few minutes, Malisi, because I'd like to see a bit more of him, to see if he can get one of those match-defying moments. Wood, Boffa, switches, that's a better area. Corbo can only header into the path of young Graves. Got the overlap, tries to go for the back heel. It's a blooper reel, that one though. Now Thompson can come away with it, and Graves is trying to win it back, does get a good touch on that as well, and I think he's got something stuck there, and I'm sure he's going to be one of the ones to come off. That's a heavily strapped knee there as well, so I'm not sure how much left he's got left in him, but they've got to defend this first.
Raiders are making a substitution as well. Paul Radic looks like he's getting the jacket off.
Another former teammate of yours, Josh?
Yes, a good mate of mine. Very good player. Enjoyed playing with him, especially in my younger days, and then at White City when I was there, down at FK Bigra. Yeah, another exceptional player. He can cause some trouble when he's on. Hopefully tonight our boys can deal with that.
Couple goals this season as well. Scored on his 300th as well. That's a good ball in from Zafaridis. Can't find the head of Costa, and Campbelltown can clear. They're still waiting to make these subs. They're just putting it into an area where they're outnumbered defensively.
I think we can see there, especially we can see from the footage, we just didn't really have anyone going forward, and I think that's the time where we need to really stretch them and start making some runs in behind when there's nothing on.
Boffa does well to win the ball back off Zafaridis. Piscineri does even better to keep it. And now another spin from Malisi. He's been fantastic tonight. He's going to find the feet there of Wood as well.
He's been fantastic tonight, I think.
He's got a cramp here. Graves, as he tries to drive forward. I'm not sure how much his legs have got left. He does drive inside to win a free kick. I'm sure it was a free kick, but he's not pulled back, says the referee. They're going to keep the ball, fortunately. Campbelltown City, and Wood now has a chance to go 1v1. Liam Bruno back to Mullen. His subs are probably getting as cold as they were on the seats as they're warming up on the sideline. Here's Piscineri, time to shoot, but that's too close to the keeper, and this ball stayed in for quite a while now without stopping. So yeah, looks like it is going to be Radici to come on. He's got 3 goals this season, 2 of them in the cup, 1 in the league, and that was memorable on his 300th, an equaliser against Croydon. referees. I thought he kept that alive, but he hasn't. And now we're going to finally see these substitutions for the final 10 minutes of this game. And Graves has gone down as well, so it's definitely going to be him to come off. And Croatia are going to make 2 subs, in fact. It's going to be Thompson to come off, Lazeka to come off, and I think it's going to be Radici and Benvenuto to come on. So 2 of their homegrown players there, Nob Lazeka and Reece Thompson to come off. And a bit of spark left in this bench for Croatia is Radici and Benvenuto. I'm surprised to see Stefan Matteo still on the bench though. He's not played too much over the last few weeks, and that's as we see Karachi come on there, as well as Anthony Piscineri. Looks like Graves was grabbing his hamstring there, so I'm hoping it's not another hamstring injury, a muscle injury for Campbelltown, but he has come off. And I couldn't see who's the other player that came off there for Anthony.
Anthony Baresi.
Baresi, okay. So here, the 2 we expected to make way. Graves and Baresi were struggling a little bit out there, and now got a couple more fresh legs to come on. By far, good header win there against Radici. Toriani looking again for Nyonkuru. Might get a touch away, but again, defensively sound there is Alessio Malisi.
We've said it before, he's really fun on the radar, but I think now, since we've highlighted it, I think he's really shown that he's defended exceptionally against him. Against a very good winner tonight, and he's really closed it down so far in this game.
For going down, but he still gets a touch while he's on the deck. Here's Anthony Piscineri and Radici battling out. Rasic can only clear long, looking for Wood. Wood's tried to make the run in between the 2, but 2 smart defenders will marshal him out. Now, finally, we are going to see it looks like Stefan Matteo. I'm glad to see make the park. He's been such a dangerous player the last couple of seasons, Modric Jets and at Croatia. Been one of the top few scorers at the clubs that he's been at as well. Radici tries to spin there, not enough room for that. Another interesting stat as well, Josh, of the 4 wins that Campbelltown have got this season, 3 of them have been by only 1 goal. So obviously, not counting the cup, of course, but elsewhere in the league, the 4 wins that they've got in round 5, 8 and 9, the last 3 they've won have all been by a 1 goal margin. Obviously that anomaly there was the one against Modric, 3-0 Marino hat-trick one, but otherwise they're winning games by 1 goal, and I was expecting maybe this game was going to be decided by 1, but happily for them it's in their favour.
I don't know what to say to that, to be honest. I think it's just that's how it is, and we're going to take it.
Toriani, big challenge. Be happy if you're on the right side of it, that's for sure.
Oh, definitely.
Seems like they're just defensively sound, just like we see here, just keeping the ball possession. They're not trying to sit in as the Croatia Raiders team. They've just got to throw everything forward at this stage.
Yes, that's the run that we've been talking
It's a better ball. James Karachi comes on, looks for the delivery. Wood's there at the back post, but he can't lift it over Mushi. It's a better ball and a better area run there from the left winger. Buffer puts it back, and Decatur and Benvenuto get in each other's way. Wood to Anthony Piscineri, another big sliding challenge, that time from Benvenuto. Chipped in behind for Wood. Mushi's come out well, and the slide on that deck is always going to favour the goalkeeper there as that long ball went through.
Like we said in the first half, it just comes down to the execution, really. It's just that little millimetres of power taken off that ball, and Barney's onto goal. But keeper's done really well, come out early, which I don't see a lot of keepers doing. He's anticipating that the ball's going to be there. So
Mullen does well to chest that into the path of Karachi. He tries to take the touch past Corbo, but again, it's another fullback who defends very well out there with his 1v1 battles, and Paul Matteo here on the halfway line is waiting to come on, and it's going to be a similar wait for him as it was for the other 2 Campbelltown players. Here's Malisi, anticipates that again and picks it up, and Mullen will just lay it all the way back to his goalkeeper. Good little run there from Piscineri. He looks for his brother there, but he can't be on the same wavelength, surprisingly. they're trying to launch everybody forward. As you see the formation from Croatia Raiders, both fullbacks are trying to get launched long, and all the midfielders on the other half as well. 3 at the back, it looks like they're trying to play now, with Zafaridis joining up there and Nyankuru getting more central. Taylor does find Zafaridis now. Looks for a cross, no runs making, and here's Costa. I haven't said his name too much in the second half. Benvenuto has just come on the park. Zafaridis takes it past Adam Piscineri, does well, gets a good cross in. Alec, good header. Now here's a break. Karachi, who leads it. It's a 3v3 at the back here for Campbelltown. Cuts inside. He's got all the man here of Anthony Piscineri. Now the numbers are coming back from Croatia. Anthony Piscineri chooses the wrong option as he tries to lay that in the path of Wood, but maybe the ball was far post instead. Here is his final change, I think, for Croatia Raiders. It's going to be Callum Campbell to make way and Stefan Mateo to come onto the park. Can he be the difference maker? Didn't come on at all last week, Mateo, and he's struggled for minutes this season so far, but after his 6-goal haul in the cup against Apollo, he might have something to say in front of goals. Yeah, he's actually Croatia Raiders' top scorer this season, all from one cup game. He's got 7, all of them in the cup as well. But a few of them got a few goals on that day as well. And another interesting one that I do remember seeing as well, Oliver Trimboli has been out the last couple of games. Another big goal scorer for them, who's missed out last week, I know, and this week again. So I'm not sure how long that one is, but unfortunately they are struggling for attackers at the moment. And that's probably leading to why they're not scoring as many goals as their team.
It hurts the team, especially when you've got a lot of attackers out of the game regardless. It hurts the team.
And Lucy does well to just shuffle it out for a corner as the pressure was coming from Nyankuru behind him. They've gone short here. Zafaridis has had time to shape up a cross. Alec is there though. And if we were to pick out a few people in this game for man of the match, as well as maybe contending for team of the week, Josh, who would you pick out?
I think Les has another shout at the end of the week. And shouts enough for man of the match, to be honest. Alex Mullen, of course, as well. Josh Perez has been very good. Boff has been solid. I mean, everyone's been quite good. Even both teams. The energy's been high for both. But tonight, yeah, it'd be hard to pick. But I think Les has been very good for them. Defensively tonight, for a player that naturally isn't there, he's been exceptional going forward and defensively.
Probably say from the Croatia Raiders point of view as well, Zafaridis has had such a good game as well. He's getting lots of crosses in and the main attacking threat on this left side, and it's surprising saying you've got Nyankuru here as well. Here's King Byrne, looks for a ball inside. Radici can't keep it. Again, there's a counter here. It's Karachi. It's Lynn Bruno of all people as well who's joined him up there. James Karachi's still going. He's got King Byrne to deal with. Karachi will keep it in the corner. That's the smart thing to do. Can he win the foul as well, or maybe the throw-in? He doesn't. He'll give it away instead.
Could have tripped him, if you looked up. The hit was that far off his line. But
only got about 2 minutes of normal time remaining. It's a good ball from Benvenuto again, out to Zafaridis. All he can do is put a ball in. Costa's there, gets a little flick on. Radici and Mateo in each other's way. And now Radici will probably have time to shape up a cross, deflected, and it's going to be a corner.
That's what Ollie has done tonight really well. His delivery of ball has been excellent for Raiders tonight. He's been able to get on that left peg of his and really put in some dangerous areas.
Send almost everybody forward for this corner now, Croatia. Only a couple at the top of the box, but their target men are in there. Toriani, Radici, Costa. Someone on the goalkeeper, it seems, as well. Goes near post, doesn't get the flick on. It's going to come back out. So go in the box. It's dangerous, and it was just missed at the far post. I think that was Costa. And they're protesting for something there. I'm not sure if it's a handball they're asking for, but they've won the corner. Assistant referee on this near side saying his hands are by his body, so I must have struck something there. But if they're awake at the far post, they might have probably tapped it in any case. It's a good ball in the box. Centofanti's there, grabs it, goes to ground.
He's another one I think that we could put for a contender tonight. I know he's considered a goal, but he's been very good. Any ball that's come in his area that he's had an opportunity to deal with, he's come out for every cross. Birthday boy as well, so maybe that's a bit of an occasion for him to really step up, a bit more mature today.
And of course, we were talking about it earlier in the half, they're both fighting for that number 1 position, and every game he's been in, Centofanti, I think he's probably won almost every one.
Yeah, like I said, he's a very good keeper, and better than that, he's a top guy for the change room, top guy for the team. So
here's Croatia getting his shirt dragged there by Radici, who's going to pick up a booking, and they're going to be happy with that. Campbelltown slowing the game down and trying to edge closer to another victory here, and with this result we'll see how people end them up in the table. Go to 4th with the victory here tonight, and that's because play for the losing still against Modbury, so they'll sit just behind them on goal difference it seems. It's not done here. Alec has to shepherd him out, and he'll do well to do so as well. Find somebody forward. They're asking for the foul there, but I think probably dribbled a bit too much to get that pulled back. Again, Zafaridis still going, can't find anyone centrally, and this game is petering out. He pulls over Boffa there. I think a couple of them asking for a foul.
How still alive? I don't understand how he's not given the foul originally for the first one. The consistency, it's not just this game, it's all the games. You can see why players are infuriated on the pitch, and there's so many reasons for dissent on the pitch, because the consistency is what drives us insane, I think.
Another good area, but Mushi was there as well. Unfortunately for him, he's conceded 2 tonight, but he's had a great performance in between the sticks.
I think so as well. Yeah, he's been good.
He's come off his line well. He's picked up a lot of aerial balls as well. He's been assured in that spot where probably at the start of the season he might have been 2nd or 3rd choice even. So it's good to see for him as well. Yes, before the games are played tomorrow. It looks like Campbelltown, if they keep this, there's a good strike there from Costa. I thought it was going to end up in the bottom left, but if they do keep this result, Campbelltown will sit in 4th and solidify their status in the top 6, something you wouldn't have said at the start of the season after a couple of poor results, but they've turned it around, and that's what they do at Campbelltown. They make it count when it matters.
Just hope that keeps continuing, and the way we're training this week and the weeks previous as well, I can see it continuing. It's also just battling through the bad periods. When there's bad periods, you really got to knuckle down, get back to basics, and then when you start winning games and you start getting that confidence, then hopefully you can start, showing the team that you really want to be as well. So right now it's been good to see the boys working hard, grinding our results, and hoping tonight's another example of that.
Another ball out to Zafaridis, takes it forward, still looking for something. Tries to find Nyankuru, tries again to get in front of Malisi, but Malisi's there to marshal him out the way. Alec can't find anybody forward. They're getting a bit caught behind the ball now, Campbelltown. Croatia got time to spread it. Corbo looking for a ball, another one can whip a dangerous delivery. Bouncing in an interesting area. Looked like Marisic might have led with his shoulder, the same as Alec, but fortunately for him, he doesn't receive the same treatment. Coriani. Everybody camped in the box now. That's ball launched only as far as the redhead. Costa, big swing and a miss. But they'll come over with it again. Corbo looking far post. Malisi's there to deal with. Looks like Campbelltown maybe make one more sub to try and figure these last few periods out. Zafaridis, it's another great ball, far post. Everybody made the run into the goalkeeper, and Liam Bruno will clear all the way over the far side. So we're going to see another youngster make his way onto the park for Campbelltown. What can you tell me about this one, Josh?
that's another Josh Brackey. Another young kid that's come through the ranks of Campbelltown, and he's grown up this year a lot, and obviously coming on very late in the game. I'm sure he'll be playing tomorrow. But yeah, he's been growing ever since the start of the year as a player, and he's really fitting well into the team. He's showing more of himself as well as a person within amongst our group. So yeah, all the best to Joshy.
Comes onto the park for these remaining few minutes. It looks like we've ticked almost into the 5th or 6th minute of added time as well. Not sure where the refs found this from, but he's playing on here. This could be the last attack of the game. It's going to be launched in, flicked on by Costa. Radici's there, he slips, I think. And it's going to have nothing doing but a goal kick. I assume this is going to be it as the ball gets launched into the air.
I'm trying to figure out where he's found the time for 6 minutes, and then he stopped the game a lot, but there's been no injuries. There's been nothing really stopping the game except Alex's original injury, but other than that, there's been no stopping this.
So we'll see how a few more minutes is going to be added. They've got to launch this. Baraki, he gets a couple of touches. He's going to be happy with that, the youngster. Going to launch it his way as well. And Barnaby Woods there, I think he's going to launch this one. He's just about going to miss it before he takes out his coach. And they'll go forward to Radici. Boffers touches, led it to his feet. Still going, but he runs out of room, and Boffers on the ground now.
Oh,
good feet there from Wood. Another booking that's going to be for Benvenuto. Definitely want to see this dribble team sheet after. I think it's going to be more colourful than the pitch at the moment. But it's got to be time now. This one gets launched in. This is about the 8th minute of added time we're about to enter into.
But I can't understand where this time's come from. I'm trying to work it out. Surely. Yeah, he's got a whistle now.
Melise is going to take this. I think he was going to take my 3 votes a man of the match as well. He's been
I think so.
a great contribution from him, despite the 2 goals from the captain, Mullen.
I think Alex has been super tonight, but I think a less progression of the game. I think he's gotten better and better. He's really shut down that Nyakuru all night tonight.
Here he is, another interception as well. He was fouled. And that's finally full-time here at Steve Woodcock Sports Centre in Campbelltown City. Get their 3rd win in succession and take all 3 points home in front of their home fans. The kids are on the park here as well, running on from the corner flag, but it was a first half to remember, and maybe not a second half too, as Campbelltown scored 2 goals in that first half, both from Mullen, and then a Costa one just before half-time. But Josh, it's been a pleasure to be joined with you in this commentary booth, and it was a good game that we saw ahead of us. 2 highly successful teams in this league, and Campbelltown are back to winning ways and up to 4th in the ladder. That's all from us here though in the studio. We'll join you next time and hopefully add more to the games in the future, Josh, and we'll see you next time.
Hopefully. Thank you.